Hi, this is Dave and welcome back to Dave's Corner. Week 2 of the climate negotiations in Copenhagen continue to show promise, highlight fundamental disagreements, and cause concern that a global climate agreement will happen. Here's my take on the key areas for the negotiations. 1. Binding emission reduction targets for developed nations. This means the world, both developed and developing nations, is looking to the United States to set emission reduction targets. President Obama has stated that he is willing to set provisional emission reduction targets. Will the President's reduction goals deliver commitment that the world is looking for? Number 2, emission reduction targets for developing nations. Developing nations have made climate reduction promises, but are unwilling to commit to binding reduction targets until the U.S. and developed nations have done so. India and China are key in this discussion as they are listed as developing nations, yet represent number 1 and number 3 global greenhouse gas emitters. Number 3, funding clean technology deployment to developing nations, or as we say, show me the money. Developing nations say that funding from developed nations for adaptation and mitigation of climate change should reach $100 billion by year 2020. Number 4, extending Kyoto Agreement or develop a new climate agreement. Developing nations want to keep the two-track negotiation mechanism established by the Bali Action Plan, which states developing countries should set emission reduction targets under the Kyoto Protocol. Will these negotiations produce a climate agreement? The will seems to be present, but it comes down to the willingness of developed and developing nations to give and take, as they are currently entrenched in their positions. Stay tuned to Net Green News for the latest updates. Thanks for watching Dave's Corner and see you next time.